you gonna protect yourself against the world if you're not doing your due diligence and studying?
Right. What good is it for you to open your mouth if you never once open a book that's got the what they call it, not the Declaration of Independence. Well, yeah, that too. And if you have never opened a book about the treaties in the world, especially treaties that pertain to the so-called unum sanctum United States,
right,
or like what is it, the Constitution. If you ain't never opened a book or tried to learn about this type of stuff, you ain't got no room to talk in the world. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it's a shame that our people are. It's a real shame, and it sometimes saddens me that our people are so dumbed down that this information don't even appeal to them. Man, go on. There you go talking about that shit again. That stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead on. I ain't even got time for people like that.
Right.
It's hard enough dealing with people that call themselves conscious and woke, and you got to debate with them about this.
Yes.
That's bad enough. So just like we've said so many times on these shows, we don't have time for that. If you disagree, if you don't feel this, like shit, I'm finna keep it moving.
There he is. What's good, bro?
What's happening?
Big brother Cam. Thank you as always. Welcome. How you doing?
Hey, thanks. What's up with
you? Nothing much. Just getting into starting the show again. I had to restart my computer a couple of times because the audio wasn't picking up on the Zoom, but got it fixed. As you
gonna have some Afro puffs in a minute.
Huh?
You gonna have some Afro puffs in a minute.
I know, right? It's just like it's coming in like a chia pet in a way. I still got my gray hairs. I started getting gray hairs when I was 15.
Yeah,
when I was I started growing them in.
But don't pull them out because the Quran speaks of those being symbols of wisdom.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
It says not to pluck them out.
Right. Yeah, and that's the whole thing about why I had decided to kind of cut my hair because of the perm. I don't know if you
cut it all out.
Yeah, to cut the perm out, but I never.
So I said, did you cut it all out?
Yeah,
the perm in the beginning.
Yeah, just where like the new roots was still in, but she cut it up, not like completely bald. It was just like cutting where you could see the perm and stuff coming in. Because what was happening, I was getting so sick and tired of living with every time I get a perm. A couple of weeks later, when the new growth come in, it's friction starting to happen. The perm hair can't get along with the new growth hair that curls up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I got tired of that, that getting matted up sometimes or whatever if I wasn't washing
or putting that stuff in it to maintain it.
Huh?
Or because you weren't putting the stuff in it to maintain the perm.
Yeah.
So it's like that's dead hair. I'm glad you cut that out. I'm glad you started from the beginning with your natural stuff.
Yeah, I had been feeling it for a while on my heart, on my spirit for years before I finally had done it. But I always felt, especially when I was coming back home up here to, the Moorish science and everything, and realigning myself back up with Allah and understanding life, I said, you know what? What'd be a better way than to show my dedication to Allah that I'm real serious about this and I want to turn my life around? Cut out all of the damaged hair. Not to say that my hair was damaged, but cut out the perm. You know, it's like abomination on your head.
Yeah, because your hair are extensions of your inner soul, of your inner self.
Exactly.
So you'll block it with them chemicals and whatnot. You'll block your transmission.
Right. That's it right there. So I said, let me maybe I should do it. Go ahead and do, because you know how 2020 started off. Folks couldn't get in to see their hairdresser or nothing, they barbers and stuff. So because of that, my shit had gotten just locked.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So by the first time, soon as they allowed folks to start going back to the hair salons and stuff, I went back to my hairdresser and told her, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get it out the way. So that's what I did. 2 days before my birthday. I never forget it. So that was monumental for me.
I'm glad.
Thank you. I just, that's just my way of like how I connected and understand Allah. We all have our ways and in our relationships with Allah, the creator, and we deal and converse with Allah many different ways. So I said to myself, the way that I'm spiritually connected to Allah, I'm starting to wake up and understand the things that are being shown to me, and I'm seeing and I'm waking up to it, and I'm realizing that I do see that. I did catch that, and realizing that, the signs that you seeing, all this, the things that you can see with your own eyes, that's the way Allah talks to us. That intuition, that connection.
Yeah.
So
I want to. You mind if I make a suggestion to you?
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's some stuff that I know you probably have heard of it, but the black castor oil.
Yeah, castor oil. Excuse me. Yeah.
The best, if you can find it, is the Haitian black castor oil. The Jamaican is okay. It's okay, but that Haitian black castor oil is the best.
Oh, I'll look that up.
It might be kind of hard to find, but it will really, really, put your hair back where it needs to be. You put that stuff in your hair, and on a daily basis, you brush your hair and you brush it to the roots, to the end with that stuff in it, and you do that on a regular basis, man, your hair will be healthy in no time.
Right.
Because that stuff is pure. It ain't got no chemicals or nothing in it. It's pure. That last one on the end is what I use.
This one. This one.
Yep, that's the one I use.
Okay. Yeah, I just saw the website for that. Okay, let's see. There you go.
What website is that? JCPenney?
Is it? Yeah, JCPenney. Is that it? Yeah, JCPenney, and then the other one is what? Ulta?
Yeah. I bet they. Well, yeah, $16. That's okay then. Yeah, because I used to get mine at Whole Foods, and they don't even carry it no more, and it was $19 there.
At the Whole Foods store?
Hell yeah! I'm glad I saw that, man.
Man, I'm glad you told me.
Pull that up.
I wouldn't have had no idea.
Yep, that's the best stuff, I promise you. When I first started my twist, and they were just little strings.
Right.
Man, I used to do my hair every single day. Well, I used to go to the park and sit out in the sun while that sun was beating down on my head. I used to do my hair with that. Man, some of my stuff got so doggone long, man. You see?
Yep, I see.
This is what I use, that Haitian.
How long how long had it been since you started when you did? When did you start? How many years have you had yours in?
Damn, now you asking me something I can't answer. I don't know. It's I guess a couple of years maybe.
Okay. More than years, is it like near 10 maybe, or less than 10?
That I've had it?
Yeah. That you've been doing.
Well, I'm thinking like 5 or so.
5 is okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't
But
bad.
what I really was speaking on was the miraculous way that it grew when I was using it like every day, every other day.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Massaging it in my hair, brushing my hair with it, and then twisting my hair with it. I mean, it just grew, man.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. I said to myself,
it's super healthy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's organic.
It's awesome, man.
Right.
And they got some with essential oils. Some you can get with the peppermint in it. Some you can get with the rosemary in. And man,
the scented kind.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm gonna look into getting me some of that. I'm gonna put that.
Yeah, I'm going to JCPenney tomorrow and go get it because I haven't been able to buy it.
JCPenney ain't but like a few minutes away from the crib here for me.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm a def check that out. Oh, my bad. Let me put it back up for you. I'm a def check it out.
It's good. I got it. Yeah, I'm going there tomorrow because I had been to several little stores which I didn't want to go to them Asian stores.
Right.
But I went there looking for it and I couldn't find it. So man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm going there tomorrow and getting me some.
Yo, look at that. We out here connecting and finding stuff. See, that's what I love about doing this type of show or whatever. Know, right? I just love connecting with my people, like just checking in and just having these type of talks, you know, because that's what it's about with us as a people, as Moors, whether our folks see themselves as Moors or not. One thing for sure, we will come together in a heartbeat to talk. That's the thing that you gotta love about being melanated, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we all got that. We connected to our life. I really do believe that, you know, my blood type, they say O negative is a very special blood type.
It is.
Just happens that I have it.
Yeah, that's top line.
Yeah.
You can give blood to everybody, but you can't receive blood from everybody.
Exactly. And every time,
that's awesome. You got that blood type.
Yes, that's a blessing. And I notice every time I go to the doctor just for my checkups, they always tell me how my hemoglobin levels is and all that. And yeah, it be low a lot of times, but they be like, do you want to get should we schedule you a blood transfusion appointment? And I'll be telling like, nah, I'm good.
Hell no. You know why they want to give you a blood transfusion? Shit.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I want you, Sister Wilhelmina, I want you to really, really do your research and your diligence on cleaning and purifying your blood. You could get rid of that sickle cell. You could transform your blood with herbs and your diet, Willa.
Yes.
You could do it. It takes time, but you could do it, Willa.
Right. It's worth it. It's worth it. No matter how long it's the time it takes.
And look, check this out. I want to say this before I forget. I don't mean to cut you off. You hear me?
Go ahead.
I can tell you, me and you coming on this thing is spiritual right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just a little information what we just did. And I don't know if you just heard that knock. Did you hear that knock? It was a notification I just got. It was just a big, big blessing just came to me with that notification.
What's up? Yeah.
Well, I can't really say, but it was a blessing that just came to me. Some bliss just came to, some abundance just came to me. I was just notified of it. Right. It's a spiritual thing here, boy.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like this, and that ain't the first time that's happened, Ken.
No, it sure isn't, is it?
It ain't. I noticed that all the months that we've been doing this, coming up almost a year in May. But I've been noticing how when we used to connect with the rest of the other members, they used to come each and every show. It was like that. We would all hadn't spoken a word to each other earlier in the day, but as soon as we get on the show, I would notice that we would be talking about the exact same stuff that I was just thinking about all day by myself.
That's spiritual. That's what I was saying. That's a spiritual thing. See, we just came in here into a frequency. There's a high frequency, And we invoke in spirit, because you see how what I do before while we get on, I always sage. I always sage before.
Right.
I got my mind and my spirit within the moment, right. And I'm calling on those ancestral spirits to come be with us while we read, while we study, and while we communicate. And then things happen, Willa. Just things happen.
Yes.
That was a big bliss that just came to me just now. I'm so grateful, Willa. I'm so fucking grateful, man.
That's what it's about, man. And that's what kept me going with keeping the show going for us. I had to realize it ain't got nothing to do with me. This is for the people. This is part of what I'm here to do. Whatever going on behind the scenes or personal matters and all that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, really. This show is very special because just based off what you just said, and that has happened so many times. We've had shows in the past, and it'd be like, yo, how did you know? I would be sitting back just listening to everybody as we talking, and I'd be amazed, like, yo, I was just thinking.
I remember. I remember it happened several times. I know.
Yeah.
I know. And then what does the Quran say about that? Where two or more are gathered in my name and I am mentioned, the spirit is invoked, and there's some bliss that comes from that.
Yes. Confirmed.
That's awesome, man. That is fucking awesome. Gratitude.
Gratitude forever. Forever and forever.
Man. That is so awesome.
And I I think about what you said the first couple of times that I had met you. I never forget, your vibe will attract your tribe.
Right.
Ever since I heard from you, that's one of the things that I remember first.
Right.
Above everything else. Like, running the show. I never had a problem with running the show here, but it's just I had to reacquaint myself with all of the responsibilities that entail of being a show producer or a co-host and all of that. I went to school for it, true enough. However, I had to still get my vibration right, so I wouldn't be nervous so much all the time. But as time go on and we continue coming back to each other, that burden it lessens.
I know we family, right?
Right.
Can't wait for the show and shit.
Yeah, man. It's so man, like it just the burden of being shy and wondering if I'm like sounding stupid or not making sense. It lessens because of each time that y'all come back. So that gives me energy right there. Like, yo, I don't have to be fearful of what I say on the show. We all getting to know each other. And the more we doing that, the family bond, the unit is there. That trust and that love is there. And that's what being Moors is all really about, at least in my book. That unity.
That is it. You're right. You're speaking right.
So I feel like what we are within right now, the saying, don't get lost in the sauce. You can be the sauce, but don't get lost in the sauce, or something like that. But what I'm realizing about what we're going through today, we're going through our trials and tribulations as a generation. We making our bones off the things that are gonna make us the elders one day, gonna make us wise. So all the stuff that we seeing out here on TV and just being manipulated by the media, those are just really just bones that are sharpening us. Every sword is always gonna need what they use. Sword is, I think they use some type of rock to sharpen their sword. But anyway, what I mean.
Right, I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I mean though is just all the stuff that's going on around us that we've been talking about, the current events. Those are just tests. Those are just our sharpeners.
So the distractions.
Yeah, the distraction. That's just stuff to keep us on points. Because Allah never said what we have to do as Moors, even though he bestowed the covenant upon us, the Moors, the Moabite people, protect the covenant. And what's the covenant? We got to protect all four corners of the earth. That's what our responsibility is. So, you know, regardless of the distractions, you got to always be mindful of that.
Right.
Because that's the thing about being Moor. We have the ultimate responsibility for the world. And that's
right.
that's the secret that everybody trying to, all the other nations, the mongrels, I guess you would call them.
And this is the reason for study, whether we do it in a group, but especially when you do it on your own, this is the reason for study.
Right.
I mean, you're not elevating yourself to any higher levels of consciousness if you're not studying, because you're not putting the information in the mind.
Right. Exactly.
How are you going to get change with no change of the information, correct information?
Right.
This is vital. This is vital and has to be done.
It has to.
If you want change, if you want elevation in your consciousness.
Right. Right.
That's why you study more science.
Right. That's the way it has to be. You know, like all the great
they
got to do it. My bad.
I was just saying, we just can't be claiming this stuff. We got to be about it.
Right. That's the part right there. That's the whole point. You can't just be talking all day about, you got to really incorporate that and encompass it within your life on a daily basis.
Right.
So
myself,
I know I got to do it.
Yeah. It's a must.
Right. The thing that I'm really trying to gear myself up on more knowledge of, I know that I'm a Moor. However, I want to get more knowledge on what it means to be a Muslim. Like when Ramadan is here, right?
Right.
I want to learn what that means, because I was raised up Christian, came from a Christian family, you know, and they moved all the way from Aliceville, Alabama, and then everybody moved here to Little Rock back in the old day, 40s and 50s and all that. And they built up our church. Our church is a family church, CME, whatever. So, you know, I was raised up in that Christian, that Methodist life or whatever.
Right.
But when I began to realize what this more science is, and remember the lessons my father taught me, peace be upon him, he left me clues about Moorish history and knowing certain things about Moors, being that he was from a town in South Carolina that happened to be a home spot, a protection spot for Moors back in the old days. 96 South Carolina, home of the Star Fort. So he would always leave me little clues and stuff. And so I realized that after he had passed away, and after I had went through my depression, and then found my way through social media, coming back into seeing other people talk about Moorish history, Moorish stuff, it blew me away, because I was like, yo, you mean other people know about this stuff? And they my age? You mean to tell me the stuff that my father was raising me on, y'all know it too? It's people out there that know about this too. So I say that to say it's a full circle of life. You know, everything is for a reason. And that's why I always praise my father so much when I talk about him, because he did such a phenomenal job on teaching me.
Leaving that guidance for you.
Yeah. I mean, Cam, when I tell you that man knew how to teach, he knew how to teach. He planted cedar trees, pine trees in our yard years before I was born. And these trees were, by the time as I was growing up as a little girl, these trees were tall as hell. Like, you know how they say the cedar trees of Lebanon? That type of big. But my point is, he planted those in the yard when they moved in. And it's just little things like that. You know, he left little small clues here and there about, it was always more science that he was trying to leave, breadcrumbs. And it helped me to remember and understand things when the time did come that I came back home and got into relearning that history, because I saw other people on social media who knew about it. And that energized me to go back and relearn what I had learned growing up from him, if that make any sense.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So it's just blessings, bro. It's just blessing. It's a divine higher power that's brought us all together. You know, you and I know it especially.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you either see it or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You either see it or you don't.
Right.
You know.
So I can never forget that. And it makes me so proud that I know it, because knowing that it's been a blessing that led me to meeting other people like you. Faye, Oliver, Don,
right.
Rain, Supreme, David,
right.
Tariq, everybody, past and present from the Drop Squad, you cheated, everybody. You know, it's been nothing but a blessing just getting to know y'all and continuing to be in contact with y'all and knowing y'all on that tip too. You know, it's just blessing. I always say, like, in life, if you ain't got people around you that are elevating and challenge you to think in another way, think about more things in a level sense, like going from one level and elevating even higher, you around the wrong people, and you need to get from around them immediately, as fast as
immediately, because it's doing you no good. You're wasting your time and your energy.
Right.
And the shift that the earth and the world is going through is not stopping. It's not changing. You're going to stay stagnant and keep not moving.
Right.
How are you going to help yourself doing that?
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to help yourself being around stagnant energies or people that are not woke?
Right.
We're just going to talk about just people being freaking woke. How are you going to hang around those type of people when you know that spirituality is what's going to set you apart and set you away from the foolishness of this matrix that we're living in?
Exactly.
The bullshit politics, the professional liars of the politicians.
Right.
How are you going to protect yourself against the world if you're not doing your due diligence and studying?
Right. What good is it for you to open your mouth if you never once opened a book that's got the what they call it, not the Declaration of Independence? Well, yeah, that too. And if you have never opened a book about the treaties in the world, especially treaties that pertain to the so-called unum sanctum United States,
right?
Or like what is it? The Constitution. If you ain't never opened a book or tried to learn about this type of stuff, you ain't got no room to talk in the world. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it's a shame that our people are. It's a real shame, and it sometimes saddens me that our people are so dumbed down that this information don't even appeal to them. Man, go on. There you go, talking about that shit again, that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead on. I ain't even got time for people like that.
Right.
It's hard enough dealing with people that call themselves conscious and woke, and you got to debate with them about this.
Yes.
That's bad enough. So just like we've said so many times on these shows, we don't have time for that. If you disagree, if you don't feel this, like shit, I'm finna keep it moving.
Go the same way you came on in. Bye.
I know what it is.
Back, you know?
Spirit done showed me.
Right.
Spirit done showed me. So, I mean, I'm gonna do my thing. And we always be the few, the proud. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not high in numbers, but we're quality in numbers.
Right. And that's what matter in life. It ain't the quantity that people should be searching and looking for. It's the quality of things.
Yeah, it's the quality.
You know,
we gotta have a whole damn auditorium full of people in order to feel like we're doing something.
Right. And that's something that I had to learn very fast with doing this. Like, stop worrying about the numbers of who see the videos and not. I never cared about that type of stuff. Ever until other people was coming in and saying, trying to make suggestions on what I should do and shouldn't do with like the information is, I'm here to deliver information. And if the show is a few hours long where we all talking about stuff, so be it. It's there.
Yeah, that's what it's meant for us to do. That's for us.
Right. That's for us. You know, like if
you play those videos, it's for whoever catch that video and stop and watch it. That's who it's for.
That part.
That's who it's for.
Other than that.
Yeah. And man, congratulations. That new intro, dope, Willa. I like that.
You like it? Oh, yeah, man.
That's dope, man.
Thank you. That's the type of stuff I've been trying to search for the right type of intro or whatever for the videos to make. I just been playing around with stuff, but that I finally learned how to do it, and it's multiple ways on the program. It got options on how you can position it and do all this and that with it. And
all the editing that you do.
Yeah, it was so
dope, man. And I appreciate you just involving me and my page, my name in it. You know, that's dope.
Always. That's what I mean. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I have to give credit. I love to give credit to the people on there. Put their names up. Let them be known. Because you never, that's how it worked in this new age, this social media age or whatever.
Right.
It don't take but a few seconds just to type out somebody's name and give them credit. Because you never know, like, whoever viewing the videos, they may want to check out that person. They might vibe with one of us and want to follow us or on our social or whatever.
Exactly. That's why I ask people in my profile, if you take a pic, give credit. It's not because I want credit, because I want the likes.
Right.
Somebody might feel that and might want to come check some other things out. See what I'm saying? They may feel that might be my tribe. That, you know, and we might feel each other and grow and have a relationship, a spiritual relationship.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes. That part right there.
Yeah. That's because if you look at my page, Dogon 100, I could have had thousands of followers on that joint, but I would always screen them. No, okay, yeah, come on in. No, yep, come on in. And you know, I kept my page pretty much clean that way. So I'm not concerned about followers and comments and likes. I'm not concerned about that.
Right. See, you and me, we there. And that's what like I said, I always think about your what you told me. Your vibe will attract your tribe.
Exactly. And that's what I wanted to do. I don't want a whole bunch of people coming on my page or following me, so-called following me. And it's just for likes.
Right. Or they some type of agent.
Or some kind of agent, exactly.
Sent to disrupt and destroy your peace that you have.
Right. Because that's what done happened on my Facebook. I got to go through there and I got to go eliminate a lot of people. They put me in Facebook jail. I was in it for a week. Then one day after I was on there, I posted something about, I didn't even speak none. I just posted a news clippage of what they said about that shit. And then they put me back in again, right? So it's like somebody is reporting that.
Right. Right.
It's too many damn people on Facebook for them to be watching my little ass.
Right.
So somebody reporting me, and I've got to go through, and I'm finna fucking clean out.
Right. And if you notice, whenever we have a show night, be it Sunday like tonight for Cosmic Sundays or a Mexican Wednesday, if you notice, I make the post, and in them I always say, if you want to get into the show, DM us from either our official IG or either Oliver or myself for the Zoom link. And I do that for a reason, because it's people out here who literally that they live for trying to tear people apart and breaking us down one by one once they've got us divided.
Yeah, that's their job. Some of them are agents.
Right.
So you got to check them out first.
Right. Like so-called well, you and I know who it was, like that person, you know.
Right.
Disruptors to the community. Defectors, as we call them, or whatever.
Right.
Ain't nobody got time for none of that. Like, we grown. We ain't in high school. I don't play them back and forth type of games. That's middle school, high school, elementary type of shit. If you like what we saying, like what we doing over here, cool. Showing love, like whatever you want to do, cool. If you don't fuck with us, you don't like what we saying, you don't like what,
keep it moving.
Nobody's stopping you. You ain't got to make no announcement about it. Just keep it moving.
That's it.
We didn't know you before you commented. We don't know you after.
I'm telling you that.
It don't make a difference. Like,
it don't make no damn difference.
I don't know why people always feel the need to announce shit like that. Like, we don't care. Like, who cares?
Exactly. It's just another distraction. You know, it's just a distraction.
Exactly.
Trying to stop the rise of us. You can't stop the rise.
You can't. You can't. What up, brother David? Welcome. Our grand sheep. Whoop, whoop.
What up, everybody? Just tuning in and listening. In my cousin's house right now, so just listening.
Okay, cool. Glad to have you with us. We just chopping wood, chopping it up real quick, just about life and stuff. One thing I wanted to tell you, Cam, since we were on the subject of energy, I'm glad you brought that up. Have you ever thought about the reason why they make us wear socks so much?
Yeah.
It's because they don't want us connecting to Mother Earth the way that animals can still do.
Yeah. It's definitely a way of using a tool that helps your rise.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you remember seeing a pic that I might have did in one of those, sometimes I do those 10 pics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. One of them was with my feet under the ground, in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
And you're grounding. That's how you ground yourself.
Grounding.
And balance yourself.
That's it. Yeah.
That's how you get rid of and release negative toxins and negative energy and absorb it from the earth.
Right.
So wearing socks is one of the ways to stop you from doing that.
Right. And so with the hair being our antennas, as you were saying, telling me, when our feet are connected to the ground, to Mother Earth, and we already got melanin in our skin, which we know is a powerful element. You put our bare feet down, let's say on the grass, not the concrete, let's say the grass, right, to the soil. Right. And then you got your hair, that's the antenna, and you start grounding that, you there already. That's ancient, I guess we would say ancient Moorish science or whatever you want to call it that, but just life, just science in general. That's what it is.
It come from ancient Kemet.
Yeah.
So you don't want to walk on no concrete, because concrete does the opposite of walking on the earth.
Exactly.
Does the opposite. You want your feet planted in the grass, in the dirt.
Right.
The soil.
Right. Same would probably be for asphalt too, wouldn't it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
That's a man-made inorganic material. So what is it going to do for you?
Right. And that's another thing. They steal the land from us. Then they build roads on top of the land that they first of all had no permission granted to them to even do, which is illegal within itself. And then they make up this industry called the automotive industry, where you drive on these roads that they built illegally. And then they get you to do something even more detrimental to your own self. Sign up for getting a driver's license.
All that mess.
And then they had you paying taxes on a car, property taxes. And then what? Property tax is the same as is it estate taxes or something like that? Personal property.
State taxes.
State taxes, yeah. State taxes, personal property tax, all these taxes. All this stuff they do to us to keep us from our land. All this stuff they make us do that is so illegal. And they have made us believe that if we don't pay, we in the wrong. We are a danger to society. Remember when they sent Wesley Snipes to jail? Who else? It was Wesley Snipes, Ron Isley. Who else went to jail? Lauryn Hill.
And several of them for that tax stuff.
Yeah, James Brown, all of them for these tax.
They destroyed your guy Red Fox for that.
Yeah. So it's just so many ways out here that they destroying us in life.
But that's only because we don't know law and we don't know more science. Right.
And that right there go into what I was going to say, bring up earlier with, remember how we were just saying about how you're supposed to have people around you that elevate you instead of devalue, deflate you.
Right.
I don't know about y'all. Y'all are men, but me as a woman, when I look at rap, the way I look at rap music is it's a young person's game. It's sad to me that when I look at these rappers and they get to be in their upper 30s going into their 40s and some now going into their 50s. It seems shameful to me that they still rapping at that age where they talking about the same stuff that they was talking about when they were 20 years old. Getting cars, getting all the women, moving and pushing drugs on your own people. That's the thing. What they call that street rap is it? I think it's a subcategory that they calling it.
Yeah, I call it agenda rap.
Yeah, gangster street rap. Like rappers that rap about selling dope and selling drugs. Remember that? You know that show that's out on FX called Snowfall?
No, I don't.
Everybody love this show. Let me bring it. This right here. There she is, Sister Faye. Where is it? This is a good one.
What is that mess?
Snowfall.
What's the gist of the show? What are they doing?
I haven't seen that one episode, but for what I've heard, it's about this black guy selling dope in the 80s, selling crack.
Oh yeah, same old shit.
Yeah, and get rich from it.
Yeah, that shit wow. That shit some bullshit.
Right, and that's my point. Like, at what point is it that as a grown ass man that are in their 40s by now, why is it that selling drugs is something that still gets y'all excited? And they making TV shows like this, Snowfall, about such thing. Like, to me, it's very unattractive that if you calling yourself a rapper and you're only rapping about the demise of your own people and proudly boasting that you're selling this poison in your neighborhood to your own people that look exactly just like you. at what point does it click up here that, hey, you doing something wrong and something whack? You killing your own people. And then when the cop come up rolling through the neighborhood, you're mad that if they pull you over and start patting you down and hauling you off to jail. Even though, you know,
like Nas said, Nas, when we made that song, Hip Hop Is Dead. Remember that song?
Yeah. I bought that album when it came out. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, hip hop is dead. Those are just agendas and distractions to keep people from using their brain, using their own mind to elevate themselves. It's to keep you down, keep you dormant.
Right. Right. So what I'm saying, like, at what point does it click to you that this is something wrong? Like, this ain't cool.
Yeah,
I guess that's fine. I guess that's what make me different from my friends, because they really out here. Some of them really are wanting to be rappers, and they are rappers. But then I look at some of them that I went to school with, some that I didn't, or that are around here, but they talk about selling drugs still to this day. And I'm like, wait, you still haven't learned the lessons that come from this predicament, this predicament that has wreaked havoc on us, all of us, our people, our relatives, got us so fucked up. And you want to rap about that like it's something glorious to be proud of.
Right.
I don't get it.
If you don't mind, we change the subject a little bit. I hadn't seen you or talked with you, Brother David, for a while. Is anything new going on? Everything all right? He must be doing something.
I think he said he was at cousin's house or something with the family.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He'll be back. He'll be back on. He probably not yet.
We got to say hello to Sister Faye.
Yeah.
Sister Faye in the house.
How y'all doing? Greetings. How y'all doing?
We doing good.
Right?
Everything is wonderful. Just been busy. It's been my daughter's graduation weekend, and we done had so much.
Congratulations.
So much going on.
Y'all already had the celebration?
Yes, it was actually on Saturday.
Wow.
So she graduated yesterday, and she's gonna be pinned in May. So I've just been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I've been extremely busy, but I made it. I'm here. You know.
Congratulations to your daughter. Sis. Blessings.
You said she's gonna be 10?
Pinned.
Okay.
Nursing. So she'll be an RN, and she's her penance. Awesome. Her penance ceremony is next month.
That's
awesome.
Woo! That's all right. That's all right. Blessings to your daughter. Send our blessings, our love. Forrest, tell her that's such a great thing. Tell her, give our love and wish for luck and nothing but the best and success to her in a new life now that she's a nurse now. So
absolutely. Yeah. So what did I miss? Y'all can give me a brief synopsis. And I've seen y'all can skip the hip hop stuff and DMX funeral.
Right. Right.
But anything else in the news?
Yeah, peace be upon him. Besides that, we were just chopping up, me and Cam, before you and David got here, just talking about life and in general and energy and just, all that good Moorish science stuff. Hadn't really got to much news, we're just killing time, waiting for others come on in. But besides all of that, I don't know if I've seen anything in the news other than that, the hip hop stuff at the moment. But let me do a recheck very quickly. See if I'm seeing anything.
Well, some people have started getting letters from what's his name?
Biden.
Yes, getting letters from Biden. Saying about the $1,400 stimulus payment. Has anybody got a letter?
I hadn't got a letter, but I saw the news on it. It was saying it was related to the fact that there may be more stimulus checks coming for people.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on. It was dependent on. They only went off of the 2019 tax.
Mm-hmm.
So they went off of that as far as determining how much a family would get. But they were saying like if you made less or if you made more would be dependent on if you get some of this extended money that they get. So if you made less in 2021, you could possibly be receiving more. I put it on my Facebook page, and so some people may receive more concerning that.
Am I the only one that feel like we being paid off like hush money?
I don't think it's so much that. I still think it's still a program to keep you dependent on the government or whatever, to keep you dormant, laid back. You ain't got to work. You sit back, watch TV all day, play video games, not doing anything mentally or spiritually to raise yourself up. I kind of see it sort of as that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with my mind, I see it as another way to level myself up. Shit.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I don't see it. That don't make me comfortable and dependent. It makes me strategically, critically thinking about what to do.
Absolutely. One of the things, Cam, to really, give an example of what you were saying. I have a friend girl who, used to work for the state, and her co-worker informed her that they had a job fair, and they had so many jobs available. And they was like, at the job fair, they only had 20 people for they were there. It was other vendors or employers there, but only 20 people showed up.
Look at that. So that just bears testimony of what I just said.
Yeah, absolutely. So, people have gotten complacent, that unemployment for some people was more than what they were actually making. And you're going to finish I guess unemployment goes out every week.
It depends. It goes out weekly or bi-weekly. But I think it's bi-weekly.
It's bi-weekly. So you're sending me this money bi-weekly, and for some people that's more than what they were making, or for some people maybe it's less than what they're making. However, now they're eligible for food stamps. Now they're eligible for Medicaid. So
there you go.
Adding those two components plus unemployment into the mix, now that's making more than what I was making. And I don't I don't have to pay federal tax on my unemployment. I just have to pay state tax on it if you live in a state with state tax. And so it's a crutch. Ain't nobody trying to get that up right now. These people are living their best life.
No. Niggas going out buying lids and shit, going to buy lids. They going out buying Xbox games and putting rims on their car.
But and I live close to a Home Depot, and when I run up to Home Depot, I mean, my God, it's not a lot of cars ever. It's never more that I've probably about anywhere from about 10 to 15 cars. Home Depot be packed.
I'm telling you,
doing house renovation and painting, and they is not trying to go back to work.
Putting that new roof on the house, getting that new floor in the living room, new carpet.
Just like brother, all of us was speaking on, which I bear testimony to that. People planting, people growing.
Yep.
You can't find no seeds. You can't find, and some of them, you know, plants are being used up. I mean, people are chilling.
It's a good thing. Next to Faye, what's the name of that greenhouse here on Colonel Glenn? Not Colonel Glenn. What is it? Stagecoach off the freeway. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I've been there before. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I wonder if people are hitting that up. Crazy.
And them places packed. Them places they're constantly depleting their stock and getting more in. That's why they had on some of them spots like Home Depot and whatnot, Lowe's, they got job fairs and having signs in the doors talking about job openings. Come apply.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what's the news on crypto? You know, the government is trying to take crypto over as well.
I'm glad you asked that because I'm trying to figure that out too. Anybody know what is it called? MFTs or NTF? Hold on, what is that? Non-fungible.
EFT. Non-fungible NFT, yeah.
What is that? What is that now?
I've been hearing about it, but I don't know really what I still don't understand what it is. Let me see.
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I don't know exactly.
Okay, y'all lost me. What are y'all talking about? Some kind of stock?
It's kind of like it's some type of new form of cryptocurrency. Is that right, Faye? It's like what is it? Bitcoin? Is it like that, Faye?
I believe so. I'm not a real big on like cryptocurrency. You know, the only thing that I could say, I'm not. First of all, let me say this: I am not a financial advisor, and anything that come out of my mouth is not financial advice. Okay.
Correct.
All right, reserved. Okay. So anyway.
We got you.
That's not for y'all. That's for those who may listen to this later. But you know, crypto is backed pretty much by nothing. I mean, I don't know how they created. I could say allegedly that Bitcoin was the way of transmitting money on the black market.
Right.
You know, and that's how Bitcoin became developed, because people want to do transactions on the black market without being detected. They brought Bitcoin, this, like I said, allegedly, and you know, this is my personal opinion. They brought Bitcoin onto the visible market to test out the cryptocurrency amongst people.
Right.
To be able to get people used to having digital money, strictly digital money, to go to a cashless society, which is a danger within itself. Because if you go strictly, and they started with the credit, you know, the debit card.
Right.
Now you see how people stop swiping. Oh, it's just so convenient.
Direct deposit.
Those debit cards everywhere you go. You swiping that debit card. This was years ago when I was telling people this. This was before I heard about Moorish Nation, nationality, and anything. I just always was a conspiracy theorist. Anything that you need to hold your money in your hand. And they can track it. Now they can't track it. That's just like with Kroger's and the Kroger's card and all of these cards that they give you that you can get cash back on. That's a tracking mechanism. You can't tell people. So now people then now they want to go to a cashless society. So they Bitcoin came on the scene, 2005, 2008, whenever.
Right.
Okay. People investing in Bitcoin, and all of a sudden, all of these other cryptos then popped up. It wasn't mainstream. The first place I heard of Bitcoin was through Red and Blue Pill, telling people to invest in Bitcoin. Right.
Me too.
That's the first. I didn't know what Bitcoin was or how to invest in. They never told nobody. They was like, y'all need to research Bitcoin, get into Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin, if you got in it early, it made you rich. Any of these cryptos, if you got in it when it was ground zero, it made a lot of people rich.
Right. You just took it out of my mouth, Sister Faith.
The government wants studying these folks. When did the government start getting studying folks? It's when it became what? Mainstream.
Right.
That people grandma know about Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? People grandma know about Dogecoin. People grandma know about Ethereum. People grandma know about Filecoin. You see what I'm saying? Now when your grandma know about it, then they already, you know what I'm saying? They know they got people.
It's in the house.
Exactly. All that money, and just think about it. All that money for all that time that people were making, buying into it and dumping it when it rose. All that money was non-tax. Them people made out like fat damn cats. Now all of a sudden, the government looking for more people than I ain't even really saying investing in it, have been putting their money into it. Now all of a sudden they got to do tax regulation. Other countries just start banning it. Basically, they just wanted to perfect it out there and let these people perfect it so they can do what? Buy the rights for it, and then that's going to be your new money system. Period, point blank.
That's what's up.
Period, point blank. That's all that's going on right now. And people are not looking at it.
Right.
And then the other thing, Sister Faith, they because people like Blue Pill, Red Pill, just to throw their names out there since they're so into it. Like you said, if you would have invested in the very beginning, and that's why they be talking. If you would have invested in the very beginning, you would have made thousands of dollars.
Probably millions.
But just like, I think they actually use that term, millions, man.
Right.
Yeah. And like, people out here scrambling and like, God damn, look, what am I gonna do? My money, blah, 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 this. So I don't know a whole lot about it either. And my intention is to learn about it, but I've been too busy with this more science.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But I'm gonna say it like this, Brother Cam, and again, I am not a financial advisor.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, nor am I giving financial advice. All right, reserve. You don't have it in your hand, then you don't own.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And if I suggest anybody who want to put some investment or have some investment, it needs to be tangible. What are tangible investments? Silver and gold, property, platinum, uranium, palladium, copper. Put your money in something that you can hold that is tangible, that's gonna water rights and all of that. If you're gonna invest, if you're gonna invest in property, I said property. But if you're gonna invest, then put your money in something that is tangible that you can hold. Again, all rights reserved. This is not financial advice.
Right.
But if I had my money, the type of money that I wanted, that's what I invest Now, on a small scale, we should all, as Moors, be investing in silver and gold as much as possible. Period, point blank, because that is real money. It's been real money for the last 5,000 years.
Right.
Most constitutions within government deem that silver and gold is real money and the only real money. That goes from China, you know, to whomever, Russia. These countries acknowledge the United States, you know, it's not a country, but China ain't either. But you get my drift.
We got
These government, so-called governments, all of them acknowledge that the real money is silver and gold. Everybody from the yen to the dollar bill is holding fiat.
Right.
So I suggest, if you want to know what China is doing, China is not even reporting how much gold and silver they get. Okay, and they are going over in Africa buying, you know, mines as we speak. Russia, same thing. These other countries are, that's why it's a shortage, because they have really picked up their efforts. And people who are millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires have really upped their efforts on investing in silver and gold. So you look at people who got money, and you pretty much need to do what they are doing. The only thing they're doing with crypto is really, they'll go in there, and when it's low, or when it's what they call buy the dip, they'll go in there and buy, like right now. They probably, if $50,000, if you got $1 trillion, what's, you know, $20 million to buy Bitcoin?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They invest $20 million in Bitcoin, jack the price all the way back up. When it hit a high price again, they selling. Guess who's making all the money at this time? They are.
Right.
There you go.
It's what Bernie Madoff did.
And then look, you got your little scavenger people out there who are creating cryptocurrency, and they're telling people, hey, man, look at my cryptocurrency. It's making money. It's going up. Join our game. Join our thing.
Yep.
They're the ones that's making the money when you're risking your investment. That's just the way I see it. I'm not, just like she said, all right, reserve. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just talking about what I see with my eyes and what I feel I would do.
Indeed. And that's exactly the way we should look at it. And another thing you got to remember is backing the adrenochrome market, the sex traffickers. For those that don't know.
I mean, you can look at it that way too, but at the same time, so is fiat.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Right. All the matrix money, all fake money, all fiat money.
Right.
That's what that stuff is doing. But what kills me is these so-called highly evolved social media influencers are pushing that narrative about Bitcoin cryptocurrency.
Correct.
Which, like I said, I have invested in any time in really, really studying it, because I've been too busy with matters of more concern for me right now in my life.
Right.
In my family's life, in my spiritual life.
Indeed.
Right.
And my status as it's seen by the world.
Absolutely. So, I mean, if I was just, you know, like I said, not a financial advisor, but trust and believe. If I had the kind of money that I wanted, I sure wouldn't be investing in crypto. I would be buying as much gold, and you know, gold has risen.
Yep.
It was almost at 2000, I think, 1900, and it dropped a little. You know, silver is like at $26, and that's the spot price. Current spot price is 26. I say $26. $26 is current spot price, but we know that it's valued at more than that. So they are suppressing the price of silver, and they're still suppressing even though gold is high, they're still suppressing the price of gold as well. And how do they do that? They short the market. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They short the market, which they'll make when they want gold to go up. What do? They short the market in the stock market, make the stock go down.
Right.
And when Bitcoin goes up, you know, then gold and silver goes down. So they playing with these markets. You know, the COMEX and people who have paper, you know, just say, well, they got a piece of paper to say they own this much gold or they done bought this much gold. The COMEX is also helping in that endeavor because now people, when the market started to crash, start asking for their gold and silver. They wanted it delivered.
Right.
These mofos can deliver it.
Right. The game
You know,
stopped.
a lot of people, you know, right. A lot of people weren't getting, you know, their silver and gold delivered because they didn't have it on hand.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, any aspect, again, I'm not a financial advisor, nor is this financial advice. All right, sister. If you don't have it in your hand, you don't own it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, possession is 9/10 of the what?
Law.
Wow.
Thank you. So, you know, just anything that we, you know, people are investing in right now, I suggest you have it in your hand or be able to walk on it as far as property, you know. And if not, then, honey, I don't know what to tell you. Good luck. That's all I
Be wise.
Be wise.
Better learn to scratch your ass and get glad.
Be wise. Use your mind and mind your business.
Right.
Right.
And to piggyback off what you were saying, sis, look at what happened. It was all good just a few months ago with Robinhood when everybody was shorting, buying the GameStop stock.
Right.
Now look what happened to them. Look at Robinhood right now, zeroed out. It's they done. They dead in the water. Why?
This shit is over with, and everybody's scrambling, and everybody's doing everything they can get to try to get either tangible or intangible assets and things.
Correct.
And a lot of the masses resources is needed to do that.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Sister Faye, to add to what you're saying about the gold, this is the current price tag for gold right now. They're up 0.23%.
Where is that?
Gold, this is from, what is this? Market Insider Business. Mm-hmm. So it just does good to pay attention to these type of things, especially at the time that this movie is winding down, because this shit, as the great Bobby Hemming would say, this shit is over.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's over.
Oh yeah.
This we ain't no.
What they talking about silver?
Say it again, Cam.
What are they talking about concerning silver?
Silver. Let's see. Great question. Let's see.
Yeah, that's a famous saying right there. This shit is over.
It's over. Get the hell on out.
You better mind your business. I'm telling you, better mind your business.
Mind your business. Mind it. For real. I'm not sure which one is the correct one for silver over here. They got so many.
Yeah, see.
We just want silver. How did they do it for gold? Hold on, let me see. Is there a name? Or commodity. Okay, maybe I put it in commodities. Here we go. Oof. Commodities. They got what? Lumber, ethanol.
There you go, last one.
Silver. Here we go. Come on. Don't be like that. Don't give us no attitude. Come on. Open up. There we go. $26.
For how much?
Silver, 26.6.
Yeah, but for how much? For how much silver?
Oh,
So that's gonna be for 1 ounce. That's just the spot price. Now you probably not gonna be able to buy it for less than, and this is a round, and a round is not government backed. A round would be like just a generic 1 ounce silver coin or 1 ounce silver bar. You probably just go to Air Max. No, don't go to Air Max. Go to Monument. Well, you're at Air Max right now, and just go to silver.
Okay.
Okay, and you see how they have okay, those are coins. Those are coins. You see how they have rounds?
Yeah.
What are rounds? Real quick. Rounds are just generic coins, not backed by government. So
like loose change, basically.
No, it's not just loose change. It means that it was printed by a private mint. That's what, and not a treasury.
Oh, okay.
So Amex is backed by the government.